Filmmaker and activist Michael Moore made an appearance on Joy Reid's new primetime show yesterday evening on MSNBC, and he offered a pretty dire warning to Democrats not to count out Donald Trump just yet. Let's take a listen.
I want to caution everyone, do not underestimate the evil genius that is Donald J. Trump. There are many examples throughout history, whether it's Henry V facing the French on St. Crispin's Day. They outnumbered him 4-1, and he was supposed to lose, and he didn't. And or jump ahead to the 1995 NBA playoffs. The Knicks are ahead with 15 seconds left, way ahead of the Indiana Pacers, and Reggie Miller scores 8 points in 9 seconds with 15 seconds left. And that was
you cut me deep, but you had to go there, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, part of why...
By the way, none of that was controversial whatsoever.
No, not, yeah. I mean, and also, by the way, I think it's good to have voices out there. Yes. And Michael, part of why we always enjoy hearing from him and getting his perspective is he's one of the only people, especially one of the only people on the left, who actually got the last election right, which does, look, that doesn't mean that he's guaranteed to be right this time around, but saying, look, there's still a lot of runway here. A lot of things could turn around. The world has already turned upside down in the past couple of months. It could turn upside down yet again. He doesn't say this, but also Joe Biden, not the most awe-inspiring candidate, certainly capable of screwing things up. Like, those are all, I think, good things for, the MSNBC audience to hear in particular. But they did not enjoy hearing those things, Saagar.
Oh, no, they did not. Let's throw up a tweet from the K-Hive, the Kamala Hive. As much as I love Joy Reid, I don't want to have time to watch that week an old bag of dirty laundry Michael Moore run his wealthy mouth about the working class or anything else.
Gotcha.
That is just one of literally thousands. It's not a joke. The reason I even flagged this segment, because, right before bed, I was like, why is Michael Moore trending? I was like, what did he do? What do I see? I was like, oh, you mean he said something pretty anodyne? And he was like, yeah, I think Trump could probably still win. You shouldn't take it seriously. They freaked out. They just don't want to hear it. And this is the damage MSNBC has done, is that they do not want to hear. They called this a conspiracy theory. One of the most viral tweets was that Trump could still win is a conspiracy theory, not the Russiagate nonsense that they pushed for years, okay? That's how much they've brainwashed their viewers.
It makes me sad, because it wasn't just, he could have said anything. It didn't matter. They were so upset that she would even book him on the show at all. And it's like, okay, what are you mad at him about? And as I thought, it's basically two things. Number one, that he supported Bernie Sanders, right? That makes him beyond the pale, right? Just to start with. But they are really mad that he dared to say last time around that Donald Trump could win and then was right.
That's right.
They did not want to hear it. They do not want to hear it. And, we cover here how Fox News operates in this bubble land oftentimes, but which does a deep disservice when their hosts say, unskew the polls and the polls are fake and whatever, deep disservice to their audience. That kind of monolithic thinking does a deep disservice to the MSNBC audience. So look, I give Joy credit for bringing him on. Obviously, the audience was very upset. At least the vocal Twitter audience. The broader audience may be a different deal. I remember Ari Melber had Michael Moore on during the Democratic primary. It was the same thing. People freaked out to even hear from. This was one of the only people that was right last time. You would think you'd be like, oh, let's see what he says this time around. They don't want reality.
Yeah, but let's have more Malcolm Nance on to talk about how Trump is really a Russian asset. That they're just fine with.
Yes, indeed. More Rising for you after this.